If you're freelancing and you want to work out how much you should be charging for your product or service, I'm going to help you work that out. Now, there are a few things that you can think about, and I just know that some people are going to come at me for the first one, but here goes. You should charge what you're comfortable with and not necessarily what you're worth. I know, that's kind of controversial, but here's why I think it. When you're starting out, you might be a bit nervous and it might feel easier to charge less than what you're worth, because the truth is you probably don't really know what you're worth when you're starting out. I didn't know what things were worth. You want to be really comfortable in the job. You don't want to be nervous about the output and the delivery. You don't want to be worried about if the client thinks your work is good enough to value the money. Just lower the price a little bit, feel really confident that you're going to do a good job and take the pressure off. That's the best way to get yourself into freelancing. Then you can worry about increasing your rate after. And there's loads of time for that with freelancing because you're not wed to one client. So you can easily become too busy for them and find a higher paying client. The second way, and this is something that you should all do regardless of that first tip there, you should go to Fiverr or Upwork and check out what other people are charging for the services and then see if they're actually getting work on that price and that experience level, and that can give you a little bit of a gauge of what you should be charging. The third way is to take your hourly rate. So if you're full-time employed doing the job that you want to sell, work out what your hourly rate is there, and you want to at least try to match it, especially if you're thinking about replacing your full-time job with a freelance job. You need to be able to cover your bills and carry on living the life that you're living now, right? That said, I would say, kind of going back to point one here, you might need to take a little pay drop for a short time as you build up some confidence and some testimonials in the freelance world. This isn't necessary for everyone. It wasn't necessary for my brother, who jumped straight into it at a higher rate than his hourly rate, but it was for me because I needed to build some confidence, and I think that is absolutely fine. Do what you need to do. It's your business. If you want to run it at a low rate or a high rate or differently to standard businesses, then go ahead. You're in the driving seat. Follow me for more tips. I post 1 to 3 times per day, and I would love to hear from you if you've got questions about freelancing.